Miss Gilbert to the rescue. What I'm going to try to do is line it up so it's guy, girl, guy, girl. Would you flip with her? And then, can I ask, would you trade with this young lady here? See if I pull this off right. Yeah, I can count. There we go. And then, if you flip like that, look what happened. Guy, girl, guy, girl, guy, girl. Didn't that work out nice? Miss Gilbert is getting us another chair for the young man. Where did he go? That was looking to... While she's doing that, let me explain what you're about to see and why we're doing this. Obviously, I was going through the audience looking for good visualizers. And as I said before, when you're in a group of teenagers who are very open-minded and haven't spent a whole lot of years becoming cynics, you tend to get some really good subjects. These folks, however, appear to be extremely good visualizers. They have an ability to internalize a picture quickly and easily, which is what a hypnotist is looking for. A hypnotist wants to see, can a person take a picture and transmit that picture into action? If you invite them to imagine holding 100 balloons, do you get the arm autonomously rising? Let me explain what autonomous means. Most of these folks afterwards, if you ask them, are likely to tell you, I don't feel like I lifted my arm on my own. I felt like it was being pulled up by those balloons. That's known as an autonomous motion. And you pick up over the years how to recognize that. So I've identified these folks as being very good visualizers, and I've invited them to join me on stage. Ask a good visualizer to visualize their fingertips like two magnets, and the fingers often dramatically come together. Observe what happens when good visualizers begin visualizing other things. Have any of you up here ever been hypnotized before? First experience, was it by me or no? At the Renaissance Fair, here locally? Okay, must have been fun. So I'll start down at this end. Madam, your first name is?
Skylar.
Skylar. Your name, sir? George. Do you two know each other? Okay, well, shake, because you're about to know him a lot better than you ever thought you would. So I need your help. George, I need you to do something for me. You know what I need you to do? George, catch Skylar. Make sure Skylar doesn't hit the floor. Fair enough? All right, arm up there like that. Now, Skylar, we have all of these... just like that. We have all these lights up there on the ceiling. See those lights? Would you pick one and just look at it? And before I do this, I have a question for you. Are you hypnotized right now?
I don't know.
Do you think you are? If it was yes or no, what would you vote? Okay, well, you're right. Take a nice deep breath. Beautiful. Sleep, deep sleep. All the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep sleep like a rag doll, Skylar. Like a rag doll. Loosen limp, loosen limp. Don't do that. Pick a spot, George. Just look at it. Take a deep breath. Beautiful. Sleep, George. Way down deep. Like a rag doll. Deep asleep, George. Deep asleep. Loosen limp, loosen limp, loosen limp, loosen limp. Your first name?
Ray.
Ray?
Yeah.
Are you hypnotized, Ray?
I think so.
You don't think so?
I think so.
You think so? Sleep. Let's find out. There you go. Loosen limp, loosen limp, loosen limp. Deep asleep. Loosen limp, loosen limp. Madam, your first name? Haley. Honestly, Haley, do you think you're hypnotized right now? Be honest.
Yeah.
At least you're honest. Pick a spot and just look at it. Would you, Haley? Take a nice deep breath for me. Let's see what happens. There you go. Oh, look at that. Deep, deep asleep, Haley. Like a rag doll. All the way down. Deeper, more relaxed. Beautiful. Sleep like a rag doll. Deep asleep. Loosen limp, loosen limp. Let's go down to this side and see what happens. Deeper, more relaxed. Madam, your first name? Rachel, what a pretty name. Your name?
Eddie.
Eddie, would you carry, catch Rachel for me. Gotcha. Rachel, pick a spot and just look at it for me, would you, hon? Take a nice deep breath. Beautiful. Sleep, deep sleep. There you go. Pick a spot and just look at it, sir. Take a nice deep breath. Take a deep sleep. Loosen limp, all the way. Deeper, more relaxed. Deeper, more relaxed. Loosen limp, loosen limp, loosen limp. First name?
Alicio.
Alicio, great name. Sleep, Alicio. Okay, deep asleep. Do you mind catching Alicio here? Hold that thought. Hi. First name? Alex. Take a nice deep breath, would you, Alex? Are you hypnotized?
No, I don't know.
Yeah. I think so. There you go. Deep asleep. Loosen limp, loosen limp. The holdouts, huh? You guys are the last ones here. All right, here we go. Let's do this. A little bit different. And you guys are all awake and doing well? I'll come to you, I promise. Just are you terribly uncomfortable? I mean, you got these two great guys on you. First name?
Justin.
Justin. Pick a spot on that microphone and just look at it. Would you, Justin? Take a nice deep breath for me, would you? There you go, Justin. Hi. First name?
Brittany.
Sleep, deep sleep. Loosen limp, loosen limp. Whoa. Your first name? Brandon. Are you hypnotized, Brandon? Don't think so. Good news. Yeah, see that red exit sign Back there?
Yeah.
See if you can keep your eyes on that spot for 10 seconds. Got it? There you go. Okay, loose limp. Deep asleep, deep asleep, deep asleep. You've been so sweet. I'll tell you what, we're going to make this real nice for you. Would you pick a spot and just keep your eyes on that? Please don't take your eyes off that spot. Now, I know you folks up here are very relaxed. I know you're taking nice, slow, deep breaths. However, I would like to show you all how to drop down into an even deeper sleep. Here's what's going to happen. In just a few minutes, I'm going to begin slowly counting backwards from 5 to 1. As I count backwards, I want you to use those numbers that I count, and with every number that you hear me count, I want you to let yourself sink and drop down even deeper into this wonderful relaxation so that by the time I reach the number 1, every single muscle in your body, every muscle from the tops of your heads to the tips of your toes is completely, totally, and extremely deeply relaxed by the time I reach the number 1. And we can do this very nicely by just starting the process. Take a nice deep breath for me. Breathe in deeply. That's it. And as you exhale down slowly, 5. Feel it now. Dropping and sinking deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed. Those legs now are loose and limp and relaxed again. Feel the tension draining out of the bottoms of your feet. Every muscle in your body is starting to loosen, 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 and relax. You are concentrating perfectly. Take another nice deep breath now. Breathe in deeply. Beautiful. 4. Let all the muscles in your stomach and back loosen, relax, dropping down deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper. More and more relaxed, loose and limp, loose and limp, loose and limp. Let's take another nice deep breath now. Breathe in deeply. And as you exhale this time, let all the muscles in your shoulders totally relax. Let all that tension drop out of your shoulders. There you go. Deeper, 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 deeper. More and more relaxed, more and more relaxed, more and more relaxed, deeper and deeper. You are concentrating perfectly. Deeper and deeper to sleep, deeper and deeper to sleep. Loose and limp, loose and limp, loose and limp, loose and limp, loose and limp. Sleep very deep, very relaxed. When we reach the next number now, we're going to let all the muscles in your neck totally relax. And you can let that heavy neck, that heavy head of yours drop and flop wherever it wants to go. Take a nice deep breath, breathe in deeply. There it is. 2, drop down, sleep. Sleep now, very deep, sleep. Very deep. You are stuck to the seat of that chair. Your butt is stuck to that chair. Very deep, very relaxed, very deep, very relaxed. You are concentrating just beautifully now. Very deep, very relaxed, deeper, more relaxed, deeper, more relaxed. Beautiful. We just have one more number to go. And when we reach that last number, when we reach that final number, is when you can let yourself drop down into a really deep sleep. You can let every single muscle in your body, from the top of your heads to the tips of your toes, totally, completely, deeply relax. And when I reach that last number, fall down into a very, very deep sleep. Take a nice deep breath. Breathe in deeply. And as you exhale, drop down to sleep. Now, 1, very deep, very deep, very deep, deep asleep, deep asleep, deep asleep, deep asleep, sleep, 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 very deep and very relaxed, very, very deep and very, very relaxed. Sleep now, way down deep, way down deep, way down deep. Deeper, sleep, 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 sleep. From this moment, every muscle in your body totally relaxed. Sleep. Sleep, 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 sleep. All the way down, deep asleep, deep asleep, deep asleep, deep asleep, deep asleep. Loose and limp, loose and limp, loose and limp. Deep asleep. From this moment forward, any sounds you hear from the audience are just going to take you deeper to sleep. The laughter takes you deeper. All the sounds take you deeper, 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 deeper. Don't let anything interrupt your relaxation until I ask you to awaken. Just sleep until I ask you to awaken. Let my voice do all the work. Deep sleep. Let my voice do all the work. Just keep dropping deeper and deeper. More and more relaxed until I ask you to awaken. Sleep deep until I ask you to awaken. Am I losing more here? Okay. Deep asleep, deep asleep. You may recall You know how we have technical names for everything? I said it's called response attentiveness, hysterical paralysis. Technical names for everything. You know what the technical name for this is? The flopper. That's what we call it. Anyhow, These guys, as you can see, are extremely relaxed. You may recall one of the 3 promises I made was that if you come up here, you're likely to be very, very relaxed. What I'm asking these very good visualizers at this moment to do is visualize every muscle in their body loose and limp and relaxed. So the net result of this visualization is a body that is just totally relaxed. That means 0 tension in every single part of the body. You get complete loose, limp, and relaxed simply by visualizing relaxation. Stuck like glue to that chair. Loose and limp and relaxed. So what's the opposite of loose and limp and relaxed? Stiff and rigid. So if we alter the picture, if we go from visualizing loose and limp to a different image, you would expect to get a different response, wouldn't you? Think about it. That's my whole presentation in a nutshell. I'm saying if you go to someone that is afraid of a subject and started seeing yourself as someone who enjoys it or is challenged by it, you would change the way you behave toward it and change the way you approach it. Change the image, you oftentimes can change a person's performance. So let's very quickly, these are the preliminary tests, let's change their image and see what happens. In a moment, I'm going to extend your arm. As I do, that arm's going to stick like glue there, stiff and rigid like a bar of steel, welded to your shoulder, stiff, rigid, rigid, stiff, 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 rigid like a bar of steel. As I extend your arm, stiff and rigid like a steel bar. As I extend your arm, feel that arm locking into place, stiff and rigid like a bar of steel. As I extend the arm, stiff and rigid and stiff like a steel bar welded to your shoulder. Feel that arm now, rigid, stiff like a steel bar. Concentrate, feel the arm, stiff and rigid and stiff like a bar of steel. As I extend your arm now, concentrate, feel the arm, rigid, stiff and rigid, concentrate, stiff and rigid and stiff like a steel bar. Concentrate now, feel that arm, rigid like a steel bar welded to your shoulder, stiff and rigid. Concentrate now, stiff and rigid like a bar of steel, stiff and rigid, feel that arm, stiff and rigid and stiff like a steel bar. As I extend your arm, stiff and rigid like a bar of steel, more stiff, more rigid, feel that arm, more stiff, more rigid, more stiff with each passing second. And in a moment, as I count back from 3 down to 1, with each number I count, it's going to grow more stiff and more rigid, more stiff and more rigid. So stiff and rigid, when I reach number 1, you'll discover you cannot lower or bend that arm. When I reach the number 1, that arm simply will not come down until you hear me and only me clap my hands. That arm's like a bar of steel till I clap my hands. Feel this happening. 3, getting more stiff, more rigid. 2, as if it were a bar of steel that had been welded to your shoulder. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, try to lower the arm now. It won't go down. The harder you try, the tighter it sticks. The harder you try, the more stiff and rigid it becomes. Notice, even as you feel me pressing on the arm, stiff and rigid, stiff and rigid, stiff and rigid. That's it, stiff and rigid. You're not trying hard enough. Stiff and rigid like a bar of steel. Stiff, rigid like a bar of steel. Beautiful. Stiff and rigid. Try harder. The harder you try, the more stiff and rigid it gets. The harder you try, the more stiff and rigid that arm becomes. Stiff and rigid like a bar of steel. Stiff and rigid and stiff like a steel bar that has been welded to the shoulder. Keep trying. The harder you try, the more stiff and rigid it gets. The harder you try, the more difficult it becomes. Now what you see here, stiff and rigid like a bar of steel. What you see is the exact opposite of what these folks were doing a few minutes ago, right? You see now one part of their body, the part they're focusing on, totally stiff and rigid as opposed to the complete relaxation. Quite simply, if you can change an image in a person's mind, you can often change their performance. And I would point out to you that the degree of rigidity that these folks are experiencing is really quite dramatic. I mean, these guys, and it's not just him. You come up here and feel these people's arms. These arms are like steel bars. I mean, it's a totally different degree, a totally different type of rigidity that these people are doing. They have their attention focused now on, of all places, making their arms stiff and rigid. Wouldn't it be nice if your attention was focused on studying for that test or focused on getting a job that you're trying to get done and not wandering all over the place? One of the side effects of this technique is the ability to get and stay focused longer, which I think makes it valuable. In a moment, I'm going to clap my hands. The instant that I clap my hands, those arms are going to drop down like rubber bands, and the instant they drop down, you're going to fall twice as deep asleep. As soon as I clap my hands, 3, 2, 1, sleep, 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 very deep. Very deep, very deep, very deep. Deep, deep sleep, 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 sleep. This happens every year. All right. Oh, we lost one, did we? Okay. Excuse me. Oops, excuse me so much. Keep going deeper and deeper, folks, so I come back in. Okay.
Sarah.
Only the person whose shoulder I'm touching, eyes wide open, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wake. Hi, Sarah, how you doing? Sorry. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm so sorry. There you go. Are you okay? Now we can do this one of two ways. You want to put your shoe on? Shoes. We can do this one of two ways. If you'd like to come up on stage, I'll bring you up on stage. If you're more comfortable staying back here, I will wake you up totally. What do you want to do? It's up to you. You're gonna go up on, you want to go up on stage? Let's go. Hey, first I got to wake you up. Look at me for a second. Look at me. 1, 2, 3. Wait, wide awake. Look at me. 1, 2, 3. Wide open. Wide awake. Wait. Ready? It's up to you. You want to go on stage? Okay. Let's do it. Come on. All right. Here we go. We got. You're gonna give me another chair? Is that? Thank you so much. If this goes on, we're gonna have a lot of people. Yeah. There we go. All right, she's gonna get your chair, and while she's doing that, I'm gonna wake all these folks up. I want you all to listen very carefully. Eyes wide open to the count of 5, still responding to the sound of my voice. Eyes wide open, sitting back in your chair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wide awake. Sit up straight in your chair. Give these folks a round of applause. She'll get you a seat here in just a second, all right? She's going to dig up a chair. You okay? Have you ever been hypnotized before? Okay. All right, we'll get you a chair. Okay, if you guys bring yourself a little bit closer there. Excellent. How y'all doing? What the heck was that all about, huh? She's got me a little concerned. I think we might send her back. Yeah, are you okay, hon? I just want to make sure you're all right. Why don't you sit up here? Okay. George, right? Do you know George? She does now. All right, if you all sit back there for just a second. Look at me. If you all look at me for just a moment, feet flat on the floor. How y'all doing? Everybody comfortable? Is there anything I need to know about? Nope. Take a nice deep breath. Beautiful. Sleep. Way down deep. Sleep. All the way down deep. Sleep. Loosen them. Sleep. Loosen them. All the way down. Deeper. More relaxed. Deep. Loosen limp. Sleep. Okay. Deep sleep. Deep sleep. In just a moment, as you go deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed. In just a moment, you're going to feel me touch your shoulder. The instant I touch your shoulder, the instant you feel me touching your shoulder, laugh funny. Laugh, funny, very funny. Laugh, funny, very funny. Laugh harder. Harder you laugh, the better. Laugh, funny, very funny. Funniest thing in the whole wide world. Funniest thing in the whole wide world. Harder you laugh, the better you feel funny, very funny. Harder you laugh, the better you feel funny. Getting funnier, more and more hilarious. The harder you laugh, the better you feel. The harder you laugh, the more hilarious it becomes. Very funny. 10 times funnier, 10 times funnier. Absolutely 10 times, 20 times funnier, 20 times funnier. The funniest thing in the whole wide world, 20 times funnier. Absolutely the funniest thing in the whole wide world. Funny. Sleep! Well, things have degenerated into mayhem in a relatively short period of time here. What I'm trying to do, and what I will try to do, is weave a message through all this. I want you to observe what I just did. Quite simply, I asked them to tap into an emotional state. If I were to walk up to any of you and say, only the person whose shoulder I'm touching, laugh very hard. Laugh hard, harder, laugh very hard. Laugh. Funnier it gets. Every time I touch your shoulder, it gets funnier and funnier, more and more hilarious. Could you laugh like this if I touched your shoulder? Okay, now that is turning an emotion on. This impresses me more. Sleep. All right. This impresses me more. The ability for them to shut it off like a light switch is indicative of a high degree of emotional control. You'd have trouble training Hollywood actors to shut off their emotions like that, yet these folks do it simply by visualizing. Now think for a moment. Some of you may have test anxiety. As you get closer and closer to taking a test, or as you're walking into the test situation, your blood pressure goes up, you get tense, you get upset stomach. Wouldn't it be nice if you could replace test anxiety with a different feeling? Calm, confident, in control. Well, you can. If you spent a few nights visualizing yourself with the emotion that you want and you did it repetitiously, you'd start to have a new paired association. You can, through visualization, alter and implant new feelings and new emotions. That's pretty much what I wanted to show you there. Now I gotta show you one more thing. Everybody, eyes wide open, the count of 5, sitting back in your chairs again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes wide open, sitting straight in your chairs. Whoa! Yeah, I keep losing these guys. Sorry about that. If you all slide right next to each other, if you wouldn't mind doing that. Love the boots. All right, here you go. If you just sit right there. And if I can slide you over just a little bit, madam. And if you wouldn't mind, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, get all... Now, I want to make sure, since I am concerned about you, you okay? Doing all right? Okay. Everybody okay up here? Everybody doing okay? Who thinks... I need someone who thinks they're not hypnotized. Anybody a skeptic up here think they're absolutely not... You think you're not hypnotized? You sure? Would you be willing to put money on that? Excuse me for a second. No? Okay, well, we know she is. All right, anybody else here? Oh, yeah. Eyes wide on the count of 5, 1, 2, 3, wide awake. Here's what I need you to do. I need you folks to help each other. If you see anybody collapsing over into the chair and they're kind of like doing a gainer to the floor, try to save them if you can. How about you? Are you hypnotized? Be honest.
It's like when you tell me I am.
Well, let me get a microphone so they can hear you. Yeah. I have to be honest. You have me just a little bit concerned. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you on any kind of medication or anything I should know about? I mean, it's just, well, it's unusual. I'm going to spend just a minute with you and try to give you some very specific suggestions, because obviously what I don't want you doing, I'm really blurry. Well, that's just me. All right, now if you pick a spot, take a nice deep breath, sleep down, way down deep, deep asleep, deep asleep, deep asleep, deep asleep, deep asleep. Oh, her glasses are on the floor. So they are. All righty. Sleep. Only the person whose shoulder I'm touching to in a moment. I'm going to count from 1 to 5. I want you to wake up totally wide awake, refreshed, invigorated, relaxed, totally, completely alert and refreshed for the rest of the day. From this moment forward, anything I say in this room is not going to have any effect on you whatsoever. You're not going to go back to sleep when I tell everybody else to go to sleep. You're not going to respond to any of the suggestions. You're going to stay wide awake, alert, and refreshed for the rest of the day, totally focused, totally invigorated, and absolutely wide awake at the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake, 4, waking, and 5. I'm going to send her back. You know what? You don't want people falling out of the chair without being aware of it and doing the... Are you okay?
Yeah.
Well, give her a round of applause. She's very sweet. Thank you very much. We'll give you your glasses back. I can have a seat. Thank you. Do you need some help getting down the steps? I'm going to help you down the steps. Would someone help her? Some gentleman help her? Goes down these steps, please. There you go. Just to be sure. All right, here we go. No gentlemen in this room, huh? All right, here we go. If you all sit back with your backs up against the chair, please. Anybody have any questions, concerns, comments, anyone say anything about any aspect of this all? Yes, sir. Nothing happened that you should know about other than do you remember laughing? Do you remember doing that? You've all responded to a series of suggestions, absolutely nothing embarrassing yet or humiliating, all very, very right up. And there's nothing, nothing that I would say you need to know about at this point. Would you all look at me, please? Take a nice deep breath. Breathe in deeply. Beautiful. Sleep. Way down deep. Deep. Sleep, 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 sleep. Loosen, loosen, loosen. And very deep. Stuck like glue to the seat of your chair. Stuck like glue to the seat of your chair. Okay. Very, very deep, very deep, very deep, very relaxed. I want you to use your imagination. I'm going to count back from 5 down to 1. As I count back from 5 to 1, I want you to imagine we're going out to the beach. We're going to go out now, do a little sunbathing. By the time I reach number 1, I want you sitting back on your lounge chair with your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed because that sun's real bright. You don't want the sun to burn your eyes. But we're going to go sunbathing. And by the time I reach number 1, out on a beautiful day at the beach, let's go sunbathing. 5, 4, sit back in your chair. 3, put your head up now and back. 2, and 1. Keep your eyes closed. Out at the beach. We're sunbathing here. We're sunbathing. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful day at the beach. Beautiful day at the beach. Beautiful day at the beach. It's absolutely wonderful. But boy, is it hot. Boy, is it hot. Very hot. Temperature's rising. Hot, humid, sticky. So fan your face. Fan your face. Fan your face. Fan your face. Hot, hot, hot. Fan your face. Fan your face. Fan your face. Faster, 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 faster. Fan, faster, faster. Fan your face. Fan your face. Just keep getting hot, 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 uncomfortable. Fan your face. Try to cool off. Fan your face. Fan your face. Fan your face. Fan your face. Faster, 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 faster. Faster, faster, faster. Here, I got some lotion for you. Rub this lotion all over your body. Rub some lotion on your body. Here's some lotion for you. Rub this lotion all over your body. Rub some of the lotion on your body. Here's some lotion. Rub it on your body. Rub this lotion all over your body. Here's some lotion, man. Rub it all over your body. Rub this lotion in. Rub this lotion all over your body. There you go. Take it. Rub it. Rub it. Rub this lotion. Rub this lotion all over your legs, your arms. Rub this lotion. Rub this lotion. Rub it in there. Get it down your legs. Get down your legs now. Down on your legs and feet. Get that lotion in there. Soothing, cooling. cooling, soothing. Hey, but there's something in that lotion. Aloe, sugar, something. Here come the gnats. Here come those swarms of gnats around your face. Oh, gnats swarming around your face. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. You got rid of them. You got rid of them. Oh, you got them. You got them. You got them. Oh, that's annoying. That is so annoying. You did good. You did good. You got rid of every last one. You got every last one of them. Now sleep. Deep asleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Stay in your chair. Deep asleep. 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 Okay. Deep asleep. Deep asleep. Loose and limp. You did great. Now, the next suggestion is just for the guys. Just for the guys. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. When I reach number 5, you're all going to open your eyes, get back in your chair. However, as soon as you guys sit up in your chair with your eyes open, the very first thing you're going to notice is this really hot-looking woman is starting to come down that beach of yours. Really hot. And it turns out that you are a bodybuilder. You are a bodybuilder. You know this woman loves bodybuilders, so what you're going to do as soon as you see her is jump up out of your chair and try to show her that you are the best bodybuilder. So you got to give her a lot of great poses. Really get into it because you really want this girl to take notice of you. And at the count of 5, when you open your eyes and sit in your chair, first thing you notice is this beautiful woman. You get up and you start doing poses for her because you are a master bodybuilder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes wide open, sit straight in your chair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wake, 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 wake. Wide awake, wide awake. Everybody wide awake, wide awake. Wake, wake, wake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even the ladies wide awake. You can watch the guys for a few minutes. Here she comes. Come on. Show her more, man. She really needs to see it. Get into it, show her more, show her more. Go ahead. Hey, she's not paying attention, man. You're not getting enough attention. Show her. Here you go. Show her that body. There you go. Show it to her, man. Let her have it. There you go. Now she's walking right past. This is your last chance. I think you got it. Why don't you guys have a seat? Why don't you guys have a seat? Hey, ladies, would you do me a favor? Would you sit back in your chairs? Sleep. Way down deep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sleep, 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 sleep. Stuck, stuck. Sleep, 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 sleep. Stuck, stuck, stuck. Now, this one's only for the ladies. Only for the ladies. At the count of 5, you're going to open your eyes wide. At the count of 5, when you open your eyes, you're going to see the hottest guy in the world come walking down the beach. Hottest guy in the world. But you know what? This guy isn't interested in your body or anything. This guy wants to see that cute, sweet little look. You want to try to get his attention, but you want to do it by being sweet and cute and nice. None of this sexy kind of stuff. You just want to give him that kind of I am so cute kind of a look. And the more you do that, the more chance you stand to getting this guy's eyes wide open. The count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sit up straight in the chair. Here he comes, guys. Here she comes, ladies. Show him how cute you are. Come on, you can be cute. You know how cute you can be. Hey, you're going to lose him if you don't show him more cute. Show him how cute you can be. All right, now he's walking right in front of you. He's walking right in front of you. Pay attention. There he goes. Last chance to get his attention. Do it. Get his attention. Well. That was pretty cute. Sleep! Way down deep. Sleep, 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 sleep. Loose and limp, loose and limp, loose and limp. Deep, deep, deep. All the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Deep asleep. Concentrate. Stuck. There you go. Deep asleep. Loose and limp. Deep, 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 deep asleep. Deep asleep, deep asleep. Keep going deeper and deeper with each and every breath until I ask you to wake up very deep. 5. Deeper and more relaxed. 4, 3, 2, 1. As I mentioned to you folks, or I guess I didn't mention, I travel all the time. I get to travel to all kinds of really interesting places. For example, I'm leaving here. I could be so sick. Anyhow, I leave here And I'm going to Monterey, California, to Pebble Beach later this evening. I won't get there until 3:30 in the morning my time, and I give a speech tomorrow up in Monterey. I guess it's about 12 to 2 in the afternoon their time. And then I go from there, I'm off to Southern California. I get to travel all over. And what these guys up here don't know, but I'm going to tell them right now, is, you know, folks, last week I went to Las Vegas. I went to Las Vegas and I pulled the handle on this slot machine and I won $10 million. $10 million. Now, you know, that's way too much money for me. It's more money than I can spend. So you guys were kind enough to come up here, and I'm going to give all of you guys some of the money that I won. But you know, being Vegas, they don't give you money. You know what they give you in Vegas when you win big like that? They give you these gold certificates. These certificates are worth a bar of gold for each certificate. So they're worth a lot of money, but you actually just walk out of Vegas with this piece of paper. And you know, since you guys have been so nice and so sweet and coming up here and volunteer, I'm going to give some of these gold certificates away. But here's what you got to do. You got to get my attention. I mean, these are worth a small fortune. And not only that, you got to hide them. And I'll tell you why you got to hide them. Because if anybody knows you have these, they'll steal them from you. Because all they got to do is take this certificate somewhere and they get the gold bar. And the IRS is real curious about your money, so you don't want the IRS to find it. So when I give you the certificate, you're going to have to hide it someplace on your body where nobody can find it and nobody would look. Now, you definitely don't want to put this in your pocket, because that's the first place IRS is going to look. So you want to put it someplace other than your pocket, on your person, where nobody will be able to find it, nobody will look, and you need to get my attention, and whoever gets my attention the most gets the most certificates. Alrighty? Now, in a moment when I reach number 5, eyes wide open, you really want these gold certificates, and you're going to hide them in a really cool place. Eyes wide open to the count of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, up, eyes are wide open, sitting up straight in the chair. Hey, whoa, what? You want one of these? There you go, these are worth a small fortune. Oh, whoa. Hey, no. There you go. All right, hold on. Well, I'll give you're very good. Oh, there you go. There's some. There you go. Oh, I'll be right with you. Hold on. There you go. Oh, watch the edge of the chair. Whoop, watch the edge of go sit down, I'll give Matt. I promise. I'll go give Matt. Hide them now. Here you go. You want these somewhere where nobody's ever going to look, nobody's ever going to be able to. There you go. These are great. There you go. Oh! Yeah, one at a time. There you go. These are worth a fortune. Yeah, these are going to love these. There you go. Oh, there's some more. There you go. Oh, there you go. Oh. Sit. I'll give you some. I promise. Here you go. Hey, get them all there. You go. Put them where nobody's ever going to see. Oh. Hold it. Sit in your chair. Stay in your chair. Whoever gets out of the chair doesn't get any. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. Yes, this must be America. There we go. Okay, here you go. There. Oh, you guys are so good. There you go. Here, put them someplace where nobody's ever going to find them. There you go. Put them in there now. Okay. Now, here you go. Oh, there you go for you. There you go. Oh, easy goes. Oh, easy. Take it easy. Okay, there we go. I can't really see where they're going, but I'm betting they're going some interesting places. All right, there we go. Now, did y'all get enough gold bars? You did not get enough gold bars? Who did not get enough gold bars? Sleep! Okay, here's the deal. Whoa! If you don't think you got enough gold bars, at the count of 5, I want you to look and see if you can find them on the other person. You're not allowed to touch the other person. You cannot physically touch the other person, but you can look and see, and if you can find where they hid them, I'll give you their gold certificates. But you got to actually find them without touching them. No touching, but see if you can find where they hid them at the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 5. Set them straight in the chair. No touching. Where's he got them? Oh, so those are not his big manly pecs. Those are just, look, yours is sticking out right there. Whoa, he's inner jacket. What? Did any of you find hers? In her jacket? It's not? Where's yours? It's not. In your shoes. Oh, wait. I found one. I found a piece. For what? I found a piece. No. You got to give me that one because they found it. I found that one. Whoever gets it can have it. Hey, buddy, sit. She knows where it is. You got to give it back. Yeah. Nice try. I'll tell you what. We're going to make this a little bit easier for everybody. Would you all look at me for just a second? Hey, when I stamp my foot, the certificates all turn into ice cubes. Whoa! Well, that's... You guys are throwing gold certificates on the floor? What's that all about? Ice cubes, they're cold? They're cold? Who thinks these are cold? Y'all do? Sleep. Way down deep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Lose, sleep, lose. All the way down. Deep, deep, sleep, sleep, sleep. Deep, sleep, deep, sleep, deep. Round of applause for these guys. They are awesome, are they not? Now, deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed. Take a nice deep breath. Breathe in deeply and let down even deeper, even deeper, even deeper. More and more relaxed. Loosen limp, loosen limp, loosen limp, loosen limp, loosen limp, loosen limp, loosen limp. Excellent. In just a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. As I count forward at the number 5, I want your eyes open, sitting back up in your chair. Now it's nice and straight at the count of 5. However, as soon as you sit down in that chair and as soon as you wake up, you're going to look down and you're going to see a sweet little bird that fell out of a nest right into your lap. Very sweet little bird. Now this is your bird, so you have to take care of this little bird. This little bird fell out of a nest. It's your bird, so you have to be very, very careful. You'll find in your pocket or sitting on your lap, there'll be some bird seed. You can feed him the bird seed if you want, but you got to take good care of that bird. Eyes wide open at the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes wide open. Sit up straight in the chair. I'm so sorry, darling. I didn't see you like that. Sit down in your chairs again. We'll get this going here. Take care of that sweet little bird. He's yours. Put him on your finger. Put him on your finger. Kiss him. Kiss that sweet little bird. There you go. Kiss that sweet little bird. Give him some food. Give him some bird seed. Give him lots of bird seed, in fact. Give him lots and lots of bird seed. All right? Make sure he kisses you. There you go. Pat him now. So sweet. He's so cute. He's the cutest little bird in the whole wide world. And you know, you did such an amazing job. You did such a wonderful job nursing him back to health. And in a moment, I'm going to count back from 3 to 1. And when I reach the number 1, I'm going to ask you to put your finger out and let your little bird fly away like all little birds have to someday. And you can watch him. You can all watch him fly. Everybody, put your fingers out. 3, 2, 1. There they go. Watch them. Watch them fly now. Watch them fly. Watch them fly. Keep your eyes. Bye-bye. Now, wait. Wait, they've all turned into a flock. Look, they all got together. They're a flock of birds. And now they're starting to come back. Now look straight up. They're right above you. Remember all that bird seed you gave them? Here it comes. All right, they're gone. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. Everybody, eyes wide up at the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are gone. Sit up straight in the chair. See if you can organize your chairs nice and straight. You guys did a wonderful heck of a job. How they give these folks a round of applause. They are amazing, are they not? You guys are just amazing. Now, what you see here is a whole series of phenomenal hypnotic subjects. Obviously, I had a great sample space to choose from today, and I am obviously cherry picking, trying to take the better than average subjects out of the group. But I would like to show you a couple of phenomenon that you can do with very, very good subjects. If you are sitting here thinking, I could never do that, don't be so sure. If you practiced it a little bit each day, usually within a few weeks, you'd be able to do the same thing. But let me show you what I mean. Again, your first name, madam?
Skylar.
Skylar. And right now, Skylar, do you feel like you're hypnotized or out of control or anything? You think you're hypnotized. Why? Here, you can put your jacket back on if you like. Why do you think you are hypnotized? Because you keep doing weird stuff. Other than doing the weird stuff, do you feel hypnotized? I mean, is the Twilight Zone theme going off in your head? Do you feel out of control at all? And you feel, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but do you feel as if you could resist a suggestion if you wanted to?
I think so.
Good. Do you mind if we test that? Okay, here's the deal. I'm willing to give you an opportunity to earn some money.
Okay.
We'll start with $50. Is $50 a lot to you? Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. If you can stay awake for 10 seconds, I will give you $50. Fair enough? Okay. All I need from you is to pick a spot to look at, and I want you to nod your head when you want that 10-second clock to start so that we all know that that's the 10-second clock. Good. Sleep. Skylar, way down deep. Loosen it. Eyes went up, count of 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that didn't work out very well. Let me show you a lesson that some people never learn, that you would be well served to learn early in your lives. I do work with a lot of sales groups, and invariably they will say, when I talk to salespeople, I'll say, what motivates salespeople? And they all kind of shout out, it's money, it's money. And I say, well, if money was this big motivator, you'd all be top producers. You'd all be selling like crazy, and that's clearly not the case. More often than not, people don't sell because they develop a fear of failure, or their fear of rejection, or they don't work hard enough, they're lazy. If money was this wonderful motivator, they'd all be top producers. So Skylar's gonna help me again. $50 didn't seem to motivate you to stay awake. Let's double it. I'll give you $100 if you can stay awake for just 10 seconds. Fair enough? You take as long as you need. All I need you to do is pick that spot, get your mind in any mindset you want, but I do need the head nod to know when the 10 seconds starts. Good, sleep, deep sleep. All the way down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Eyes open, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what do you see here? You see the conscious part of Skylar. I have no idea how much money Skylar has, but I'm going to assume that $100 would be a motivating thing for most people, right? So she's trying to stay awake consciously. Meanwhile, her subconscious mind is responding. She now was suggested to that she would fall asleep whenever I snap my fingers, and that's what's happening. So you have a little battle going on between the conscious part of her and the subconscious part. Which part did you just see winning out, her conscious or her subconscious mind? It was her subconscious mind. And that's a little battle that's going to go on throughout your life, and more often than not, it's going to be the subconscious part that wins out. If you are an overeater and you look at the second piece of cake and tell yourself, I'm not going to eat it, and at the same time in the back of your mind you're telling yourself, I always eat 2 pieces of cake, sooner or later you'll eat that cake. If one part of you is telling you that I am going to get an A in biology, and the other part of you saying, I'm horrible at biology, it'll ultimately be that subconscious part that wins the battle or wins the fight. If you're going to become successful, I think one of the things successful people do is they get both their conscious and their subconscious minds on board. Let's do another little test here. I apologize, you had an unusual name and I forgot it, I apologize. Alicio. Are you hypnotized at this moment, Alicio? How about you, ma'am? Are you hypnotized at this moment? Please be honest. No. If you had to say yes or no and just had to take a guess, what would it be? I guess yes. You're right. Okay, now, only the person whose shoulder I'm touching, only the person whose shoulder I'm touching. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. When I reach number 5, your eyes are going to pop open. You're going to feel fantastic in every way. However, about 5 seconds after you wake up, you're going to hear a sound coming from your right shoulder. And when you look over, much to your surprise, there's going to be a little 6-inch man standing there singing love songs to you. That's right, 6-inch man standing on your shoulder, and he's singing love songs to you at the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Eyes wide open. How are you doing? Do you guys all know each other? Do everybody here know each other? Yes, 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 no, yes, yes, yes. Are you hypnotized? Please be honest. If you had to say yes or no, what would the answer be?
At the moment, I think I'm good.
You think you're good, meaning you're not hypnotized, right?
I think I'm myself. Yeah, I'm not hypnotized.
You're yourself and you're not hypnotized, right? Good. Sleep way down deep. Only the person whose shoulder I'm touching, only the person whose shoulder I'm touching. At the count of 5, when you open your eyes, first thing you're going to discover is you speak Martian. You see, you're one of those people that got involved in the space program, and we discovered Martians, and you learn their language. You speak Martian fluently. You can interpret Martian. You speak English as well, but you can interpret and speak Martian fluently at the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Eyes wide open.
So
You speak English, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Your first name? Chelsea. Are you hypnotized, Chelsea?
Yes.
Are you? Good. Sleep way down deep. Loose and limp, Chelsea. At the count of 5, when you open your eyes, you'll discover you're a Martian. You speak nothing but Martian. You speak fluent Martian, but it's the only language you speak. At the count of 5, you speak Martian. Eyes wide open. 1, 2, 3, 5. Eyes wide open. What?
I have a new best friend.
You have a new best friend?
No.
Would you do me a favor, please? Would you ask her where she comes from? What's she saying?
She comes from Mars.
She comes from Mars. What part?
Oh, the northern part.
Oh, okay. Do they have addresses up there? I really don't know anything about it. Would you ask her?
Kind of, but not really.
Well, so what's a kind of address? What?
So it's kind of regional.
Ask her what her name is, if you don't mind.
Chelsea?
Do they have things like telephone numbers and stuff like that up there? Would you ask her what hers is?
I'm not
Oh, okay, no problem. Have you ever hypnotized? Do you speak English at all? No? Nothing. Well, I don't speak Martian. Would you help me? Would you look straight at her, and I just want you to say one word to her, okay? When you're ready, would you say sleep to her in Martian? Thank you. Thank you so much. You did great. You did great. Where's my buddy here? What's going on? It won't stop. Who won't stop? There's a little person? Would you describe that little person for me, please? He's just little? What's his name? Ask him what his name is. Well, what's he singing?
He's singing the song from the Parent Trap.
I don't think I've ever heard that. Oh, okay. How you guys all doing? Everybody wide awake? Anybody up here think they're not hypnotized? Hey, would you give it up for these folks who were kind enough to do this for you guys, you know? Just awesome. All right, today's gone fairly smoothly, and I do have some time to open the floor to questions. Let's learn a little bit if we possibly can. Do any of you have any questions about any of the aspects of what you're seeing up here? Anything at all? Sir? She is clearly a very good subject, and it is rare. Most people, if they do not want to be hypnotized, have no difficulty whatever. She's not asleep, is she? Yeah. All right, we'll have to spend some time with her before I leave. Most people will have absolutely no problem resisting being hypnotized if they want to. There is, however, a small percentage of people that are such good subjects that even if they don't want to be hypnotized. Oh, I forgot, we didn't wake her up. Oh, okay. Only the person who showed on touching eyes wide open at the count of 5, no longer a Martian wide awake, but the instant you sit down, you'll discover the man sitting to the right of you has the best smell you've ever smelled in your life. Best smell you've ever. Eyes wide open at the count of 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, oh, eyes wide open. All right, so what I was saying was that this person out there in the audience is clearly a very, very good hypnotic subject. Is everybody doing? I'll make them go away. I'll make them go. You don't like them? Sleep way down deep. Count of 5, little man's gone. 1, 2, 3, 5. Oh, little man's gone. You feel wonderful. Everybody's doing fine. Do you know what this is?
It's a wave.
It's a wave. Yeah, it is. And what happens is it's contagious. If I touch either of your arms, the arm that I touch is going to get the wave too. Watch. Okay. And the strange thing about it is whoever arm you touch. Oh. There you go. Why don't you sit right there? Why don't you come on out here for a second? Just that for a second. And if you turn around right there, stuck like glued to the floor. There you go. All right, no problems. Okay. Now, if you touch his arm will start waving and yours will stop. There you go. Stand up for a second. You come on. If you touch her arm, one of her arms will start going and yours will stop. Got to pass it down, folks. See if you can get rid of it. I know, no. Put it wherever you want it. Hey, I'll tell you what, give it to me, I'll get rid of it. Bring it over here, touch my shoulder. Here, touch me. I'll get rid of it for you. Boom. All right. Hey, guess what?
What?
I'm going to send some magnetic energy to you. You're going to love it. It'll feel really good. And if you touch him, he'll feel really good. He'll feel really good. And if you touch it all the way, the guy down at the end, if you hit him, it'll feel so good, he'll pass out.
Really?
Yeah. Boom. Not stuck anymore. There you go. See if you can do it now. There you go, darling. Give these folks a round of applause. They are outstanding. Face down in the dirt. All right, only the person who showed her I'm touching eyes wide open the count of 5. Wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa, wide awake. Was it good for you? There we go. All right. Could you all try to straighten your chairs out just a little bit if you don't mind? That'd be great. Excellent. Round of applause. These guys are outstanding. Okay, we're having fun and games with this, but are there any serious questions about this in terms of... Yes, sir. Have I ever hypnotized myself, or have I ever been hypnotized by a cult? Me? By a... Oh, a colleague. Oh, I'm so sorry. Of course, you know, as you learn it, many of the training programs that you go through, at least when I did this in the 70s was coming up, you would participate in all kinds of inductions, but there is a paradox. The paradox is that the hypnotist is typically notoriously hard to hypnotize. Why? Because they are so conscious of what's going on. Now, I've been doing this for years and years, so it's very smooth and it looks like I'm just kind of dancing along, but buried in all of this are some hypnotic messages. For example, you may or may not have noticed how I touch their shoulders. This is a very clear suggestion as to who's controlling the situation. If you ever take a job, it's okay for the boss to walk up and say, I heard you did a good job, you know, no problem. How many of you would feel comfortable walking up to the CEO or the president saying, you know, how are things going in the company? You know, you can't really touch. It's the person who touches sends a clear unconscious signal as to who's guiding the situation. There are certain pacings that are going on. For example, if you notice, it's called pyramiding of suggestions. I always say what's going to happen. I give them a time to develop the suggestion, and then I target it. In a moment, your arm's going to get stiff and rigid. 3 more stiff, 2 stiff, 1 now it's stiff. It's called, you know. So I do it so fluently because I've done it for so long. But I'm also very aware of it. Now, there's a vagary of unconscious learning. If you become aware of that, it destroys whatever unconscious effect it may have. There's an old trick, an old joke. It's called a schemata. What does J-O-K-E spell? What does P-O-K-E spell? What do you call the white part of an egg? The white part's called the albumin. It's the yellow part that's called the yolk. Now most people fall for that the first time they hear it, but they never fall for it again for the rest of their lives. Now that you are conscious of it, you know, it has an unconscious effect on you until you become aware of what that effect is supposed to be, and then it dissipates it. Have you ever laid in bed at night and tried to get to sleep? You know, when I was a kid, I was fascinated. For a couple nights, I laid in bed. I wanted to be aware of falling asleep. Worst thing you could possibly do. You can't be aware of an unconscious process. It destroys it. So, to finish answering your question, yes, earlier in my life I have been hypnotized, but were someone to try to do it today, it would probably be very difficult because I am very aware of what the phrasings are and what the techniques are. All of these has subtle cumulative effect that probably would not affect me as much simply because I'm so aware of it, if that answered your question. So becoming conscious of an unconscious process tends to destroy it. I can't see it with your hand up, but you're in the shade. Is that a man or a woman? I apologize. Yes, you're totally in the dark. It could be anything. Well, she's clearly not listening to me, is she? You know, that's why we're going to spend a few minutes with her before I leave. There are some folks that are just such good subjects that were you to use a hypnotic patter, they're going to respond. In my career, I've had at least a dozen cases where I go through the audience and there's someone that's clearly a great subject, and I'll say, do you want to volunteer? And they will say, absolutely, no way, I don't want to do it. Of course, I'll say, fine, and then I come up and I do my thing, and then you hear people giggling. That same person who is so not going to do it is totally out now. It's rare, but there is a small percentage of people that are such good subjects, they'll do it invariably. They're known as somnambulistics, and they comprise roughly 2.14% of the population. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
If you're trying to hypnotize somebody and you tell them to go to sleep and you tell them to respond to something by only your voice alone, if somebody else's voice is similar, will they generalize that and actually do the action that you do?
It's a good question. What the gentleman asked, and it's a very good question, if I were to hypnotize someone and say that only the sound of my voice, that they respond only to the sound of my voice, and if someone came up with a similar voice to mine, would they respond? It would depend on the subject and how similar they thought it was. If they thought that they were hearing my voice, they would respond. Although, when you get into the somnambulistic range, and you know, in all honesty, there's 2 or 3 up here that could do this, but if you find a really good subject and you work with them long enough, you develop what's called a rapport. They pick up on your breathing patterns, your choice of words, tone of voice, speed with which you speak, a whole series of cues. On more than one occasion, I've had a really, really good subject, and you can hypnotize them and tell them that they will stay asleep until they hear you snap your fingers like this. And then you get everybody in the room snapping their finger, and the hypnotist walks to the back of the room, you know, raises his hand and snaps it once, and they pop out. I've seen that. To be that focused, that they can actually pick up on the differences between someone snapping their finger. I have seen good hypnotic subjects, you take a deck of cards, shuffle them at random, go with the backs facing up and tell them somewhere in here is a picture of your mother, you know, and tell me when you see it. Okay, that's it. Tell me what she looks like, what's she wearing, where is she, you know, out on the porch, blah, blah, blah. Take the card without them ever seeing what card it is and put it back in, shuffle the deck, have someone else shuffle it, take the backs and say, tell me when we get to the card that's your mother's, and 9 times out of 10, it's that one, and they pick it up. It'll be a brand new deck of cards. Now, they are clearly picking up something on that card, some little scratch or dent or something, but they're able to isolate all the distractions and notice something that the casual observer would not notice. So they become extremely focused. It's rare, but it does occur. All kinds of strange things you can do with a very, very rare subject. Yes, sir? How do you know when someone's a good subject and when they are initially hypnotized? I have been maintaining for years that the average person in this country is spending 70% of their waking day in a trance anyhow. I know that sounds odd, but I happen to believe it. All you got to do is watch the person in casual conversation. Anybody you're talking to, they lose it, they get it back again, they drift in and out. If you could literally clock how much time they spend in the here and now as opposed to their heads in the clouds, most of us are losing about 60 to 70% of our waking day anyhow. So when does it start and when does it end is an open question. Hypnosis is not like a light switch, even though I'm making it look like one. Hypnosis is more a continuum. When did these people start being hypnotized? They probably hypnotized themselves before they walked through that door. If they know they're going to be hypnotized, if they know there's hypnosis involved, some of you folks went through a little mental judo. Am I going to do it? Do I want to do it? What would I feel like? I wonder what it would be like. So they walk in here pre-hypnotized. And all I got to do is look for the body signals. Now to the second part of your question, what are the body signals? Again, technical name is response attentiveness. A trained hypnotist will look for the following. Catalepsy. A person who's totally focused does not shift or jerk around in the chair. They're not readjusting their weight. They're not, I mean, we have this on video, and if you ever see the video, when these folks are in the trance, you can sometimes fast forward the video, and that's when it becomes startling because nobody moves. You can see they're breathing, and that even becomes in unison. But they're not shifting, they're not fiddling, they're not scratching their hair, they're not readjusting their weight. You see them. Some people get so cataleptic, they topple over and don't do anything to right themselves. So you look for catalepsy, you look for an ironed out facial expression. If their eyes are open, you're looking for what's called a slow or a reflective eye blink as opposed to a rapid and a conscious eye blink. The breathing patterns will be very regular and deep as opposed to an irregular, conscious breathing pattern. There's no gritting of the teeth, there's no tension in the body. Think about it. Last time you saw a person daydreaming, what did you see? I mean, didn't you? Well, that's the look that you learn to recognize. And again, you do it as long as I've been doing it, you do it without analyzing it. There's one, there's one, there's one, there's one. You don't really sit back with your checklist, but in order to get to that point, I did at one point have to go through a checklist. Because some people want to be hypnotized. Some people are like, take me, take me. You know, I mean, they're clearly not responding hypnotically. They just want to experience it so much that they've stuck their arm up in the air. That would not be a person I'd want to bring up on stage, particularly not risk money with. Yes? To answer the gentleman's question, because it's a good question, if you took an average subject that wasn't as particularly good as these folks and you did it over and over again, would they eventually become good subjects? Absolutely. This is a practice effect. Very famous statement coined by a psychologist named Clark Hull. Hypnosis is a habit phenomenon facilitated by practice. The more you do it, the better you get at it, just like anything else. This isn't voodoo. This is just a learned response state that you really can practice, which is why if you did not end up here, don't say that I can't be hypnotized. Chances are, statistically, you very much can be hypnotized. And the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. One more question, then we'll wrap it up here. Yes, ma'am. How do you know when they're faking and when they're not? Well, if they're untrained, there's lots of ways to tell. In other words, if they're gritting their teeth, if they're moving around, if the eye movements will tell you. However, it has been demonstrated quite clearly that a trained person, if you sit down with just a few minutes with a person and say, this is what a hypnotized person does. You know, you don't want to be moving in the chair. You want that slow, regular breathing. Don't grit your teeth. If you train them how to do it, even the best, most skilled hypnotists can be fooled. So, you know, I especially when I bring people up to risk money, I'm assuming they've not had training, but were someone to have even minimal training, were most of you, since what I've told you, to come up here and try to fake me out, you would probably succeed. Even the very best hypnotists can be faked, can be fooled, if the person knows how to fool them. Anything else? Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Christina. Nice to meet you.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Christina. How are you?
Very important question. At what age did you decide to become a motivational speaker, and what type of mindset did you have to automatically have in order to become as successful as you are now? Okay, appreciate it.
All right, thank you for the question. I don't know if you all heard her question. At what age did I decide to become a motivational speaker, and what kind of mindset do you have to be one? I'll answer the second question first. You got to be crazy. And the first question is, if you want the truth, in 1980, I moved to the Hawaiian Islands, and I was living out on a very remote part of the Hawaiian Islands. Prior to that, 1976 through 1980, I was a hypnotherapist. I had always had a fascination with hypnosis. When I got finished doing what I was doing, I went into private practice as a hypnotherapist, mostly stopping smoking, weight control, etc. I moved out to a very remote corner of the Hawaiian Islands. There was no electricity, no telephone, no public water. It was extremely remote, and there simply was not enough of a population to maintain a private practice for smoking and weight control. So I decided, almost by desperation, that I would start talking to sales groups to see if they would hire me to train some of their salespeople to use the technique to get more motivated. So I kind of got in it indirectly, almost by financial necessity. But I've always had a skill in public speaking. I've always loved it. I've always enjoyed it. And once I found that I could do it very, very well, I've been doing it ever since. It is a key, I believe, to being successful. I think it was Thoreau who said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. I have never had that problem, and I'll tell you why I think that's the case. I really, really enjoy what I do. I find what I do fascinating, interesting, totally different each and every time. And as you approach your professions in life, I would not approach it as the job or the profession that's going to make me the most money. Because as you saw earlier, money doesn't motivate people. Ultimately, I would approach a profession that you really find fascinating, something you really enjoy doing, something that really you have a passion for. That is what I think satisfies people much more than any kind of money. And I was simply fortunate enough to, the situation I found myself in, I took advantage of it, and that is how it happened. Yes, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, sir. What do you think? Okay, I'm going to throw that question. Is it? My first answer would have to be no. I don't think it's possible to hypnotize a dead person, and I don't think you can hypnotize chicken. Wake up! Although apparently it was deaf. Oh, deaf! I'm sorry. They said deaf. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be facetious. I thought you said dead person. I apologize. Yes, it is very much possible to hypnotize a deaf person. Hey, 3 times now. And I'm getting ready for the 4th. 3 times now I have spoke to international audiences. Back in, I guess, 1997, Prudential Insurance hired me to speak to their international conference where it was 5,000 Japanese who did not speak any English, Japanese, Chinese, Brazilians, Italians, and something else. And they all had translation headphones on. So I would say something, it would be translated. It would take 10 seconds to translate it or something, and then they'd get it. Now that's weird, because if you're talking and you say something funny, and then 10, 20 seconds later, that section starts laughing, and you go, and then they start laughing, and then they start, very bizarre. But you had to hypnotize them with mime. You had to do it without really using a lot of language. And it worked. And I did that in Istanbul. I did it for that international audience. I did it in Hong Kong, and I'll be doing it the 24th of April in Egypt. I've been hired by the YPO. Yeah, I'm going to Egypt on the 24th and then off to Rome again. So, and they all use translation. So yes, you can hypnotize deaf people. You can do it by mime. Pardon me? Oh, see, that's not hypnotizing a deaf person. That's just using nonverbal communication. See, I mean, you don't have to use words. And I have been doing that. That's another thing. I have been doing that the entire presentation. Breathing deeply. If you watch, I mean, as I say, there's all kinds of things going on here that you may not be watching. I'm sorry, sir. If you hold that, I'll answer it afterwards. I've been given the signal. I got 5 minutes to get off stage. So what I need to do is wrap these guys up. I need to unwind them. I want you all to listen very, very carefully, especially the person sitting out in the audience, as I count backwards from 3 down to 1. As I count back from 3 down to 1, every suggestion that I gave to you while you're sitting up here is going to be totally and completely removed. I repeat, every suggestion I gave gave while you were up here or out in that seat are going to be totally and completely removed. Still drifting very, very deep asleep, but when I reach number 1, all the suggestions I gave are back to the same before you walked in here. 3, going deeper and deeper. 2, more and more relaxed. Every suggestion erased. 3, 2, and 1. Deep asleep now, very deep. Beautiful. Excellent. I got one more from this phone. Sir. Okay, from this moment forward, very, very important. From this moment forward, you and you alone are in total control of this state of mind. I'm going to say that again. From this moment forward, you and you alone completely and totally control this state of mind that you are in at this moment. You control this state of mind. You're going to discover that you can easily get back to this wonderful state of focus and relaxation whenever you want, wherever you want. You're going to be able to give yourself suggestions just like I gave you, but the suggestions that you give yourself are going to be even more powerful than any suggestions that I could give to you. You completely control this state of mind. Very important suggestion. Let it sink into the very deepest part of your subconscious where it will do you the most good. Now in a moment I'm going to count from 1 to 5 and wake you up, and you're going to feel absolutely fantastic in every single way. As you awaken, you will feel rested, refreshed, clear-headed, and focused, especially the person sitting out there in the audience. By the time I reach number 5, you are wide awake, focused, energized, completely out of hypnosis, and completely in control at all times. 1, your body's starting to wake up now. Feel that happening. Your body is charging with relaxed, refreshed energy. 2, you can sit up now. Your eyes are opening. 3, your thoughts are clear, sharp, focused, and precise. You feel absolutely phenomenal. 4, you are waking up totally refreshed, invigorated, wide awake, feeling better than you have felt in weeks and weeks and weeks. Wide awake, wake. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All of this applause is for these guys. They were so much fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm down to my last 30 seconds. Let me just make a closing comment. This was or is my 10th anniversary of doing this, and this was brought about for one reason and one reason only, my devotion to Miss Gilbert. She is a wonderful, wonderful human being. So, if you enjoyed it, please make sure that you let her know that. You guys were awesome. I want to thank you. I'm sorry we ran out of time. We do more fun things. But good luck to you all. Good luck to you folks. Have a great year, and good luck in your futures. Thank you so much. Good luck to you. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. You were wonderful.